the idea we still allow semi-automatic weapons to be purchased is sick. It's just sick.
Do you agree with Joe Biden or no?
Not really.
Do you agree with her?
Do I agree with her?
Yes.
No, she agrees with me.
Oh, all right.
Look, has certain intellectual problems at his age, because he's as old as I am.
Would you say that you're a little bit sharper than Joe, or would you say he's pretty sharp?
I'd say he's pretty dull. He always has been all of his life.
So you're not impressed?
No.
Second Amendment was put in there to protect us from our own government. And
Do you think that's become outdated?
I don't think so, no. I think as American citizens, we have a right to defend ourselves and our home and our property and our family.
Why do we disagree with Joe Biden on that, would you say?
I just think that it's pretty dangerous to have that much control, right, over what the American people have. So I'm okay with laws and regulations and protections, but bans? That's not really what our country was built on, so that feels dangerous to me. That's a slippery slope.
You mentioned, it protects you from the government. A lot of people are saying that just could never happen. What would your response to that be?
It's happening now. This government we have right now is taking away all of our rights. The globalists, Klaus Schwab said by 2035, and you'll own nothing and be happy. So the globalist agenda is here. America's in decline by design right now.
I don't like them.
You don't like them. That's
only
fine.
Only in Army.
Oh, only for the Army?
For wars. Everyone will always want to own guns. And
well, we have a Second Amendment, your right to bear arms, so that's why we have it. But you don't agree with
the semi-automatic in a school, in a theater.
Well, that's
when they're
illegal.
shooting people.
So the reason why we have guns in the United States and so many guns is because of the Second Amendment. Obviously, the Bill of Rights, they created that to basically protect the citizens against the government, right? So that's the point. That's why we have so many guns in the United States, is because of the Second Amendment. That's why we haven't gotten rid of them. That's why they haven't kicked down doors and taken guns, because that's literally why the Second Amendment was drafted, is to prevent what you're talking about there. But I do have a quick question. Even if you did kick down all the doors and steal the guns, right? Take the guns. Would you want to take all the guns or just certain ones?
All
Every
of them.
single one?
Yeah. They shouldn't be in people's hands.
Are we essentially advocating for like a civil war there? What you're saying?
No.
You're talking about
saying
kicking down
if
Americans'
I had a
doors
magic
and
button
stealing all
to
the
make
guns.
200 million guns, or all the guns in the U.S. to disappear, I would press it. But
Right,
I don't
but-
know if it's feasible.
But you also did just say you would support, basically the federal government going in and taking them by force. You did just say that.
No, I didn't say that.
Do you support the government actually going in and taking the guns?
Yeah. I was saying if there's
That's
a
what
way
what going into people's homes and taking them is. I mean,
I'm not saying that's the way to do it. I'm saying people can put up laws to essentially give up their guns and do it the legal way. But I know that there are people that are going to be hiding it and putting, digging it into holes and pretending like they gave them up, but they actually did not.
So there's a lot of things that can be done to get guns out of people's hands when it comes to psychos going on a rampage. Klug. You guys heard about that horrifying one in Colorado? Last year, he was charged with kidnapping and a bomb threat. Yeah. Charges dropped, was able to purchase a gun.
So it's kind of like that's the bigger issue, right? It's not, is it the Second Amendment, or is it like all these other things that we're really not having the conversation about?
As you said in the beginning, it's a complicated issue, but there's also a lot of laws that aren't being enforced, and that's getting people killed. So I don't know what's more obvious than not giving a gun to somebody that got charged for kidnapping. You know what I mean?
And maybe saying things like the president was saying that are just very black and white isn't where the conversation needs to be starting.
It's funny because you don't even need to know that much about the issue. It's obviously helpful to know a lot about it, but it's more of getting your opinion on what makes sense, right? Aldo's kind of getting to, hey, should we be going after these criminals and all of these other people and enforcing the laws that are on the books instead of going after law-abiding citizens? Like, which one do you do first?
Right. I agree. Yeah.